And Vic here.
Hey, what's up?
And we're going to be reviewing Naruto.
Yeah, speed run through,
Yeah.
and we'll also talk about it a bit. Since I've watched it,
I haven't.
he hasn't, but I will get him on it because it's really dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. Oh, but we forgot to say we're huge anime fans.
Huge,
Yeah.
yes.
It's just that I'm a bit more picky.
I'm not.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look out for all of it.
All right.
So
So what's up with Naruto?
okay,
Tell me
Naruto,
about it.
the universe itself, I
Mm.
think it's basically a generation of ninjas who are bestowed with powers
Yeah.
by a being from another dimension. This being comes in the image of a human being, and when she comes, she's usually chased from her home.
Uh-huh.
So when she comes here, she creates. She gets married to one of the men who live in that time, in this era.
Yeah.
And when she has children, these children are bestowed with different powers.
Yeah.
One of them have the visual jutsu, like you can see, who are called the Uchiha. And the other ones have the sun, or they are bestowed with the power to be able to bring people together. But that is also added on to powers like they have immense chakra. Chakra is the power, like chi.
Life force.
Or life force, yeah. So they use the chakra to create their different fighting techniques or different what are they called? They're different styles of fighting. We have taijutsu, we have ninjutsu.
Taijutsu being what?
Taijutsu, it's fighting where you usually use just techniques as hand-to-hand
combat. Okay.
Yeah. And ninjutsu, they use their visual prowess, and this is usually bestowed to the Uchiha. Once they reach a certain age, they change. Either by going through a traumatic event, they awaken their eye, which is called a Sharingan. It's usually red. You can see it.
This feels a lot like it's borrowing from the excuse me, guys, from Hindu.
Yeah, there's a lot of borrowing here and there. Yeah, and it usually culminates to a really nice story because it's like there's this bond between these two boys who are the main characters, the main protagonists. Yeah. The main one is usually Naruto. Naruto comes from,
and then his deuteragonist is edit. Niliekanga hii kitu setting nikasahau kuweka irudie
loop. Niambie naweza join what?
Yeah.
Oh, shall stop.
Acha tu endelee nitakata.
It's all good.
I have a setting. VLC kimeanza kuplay video inajizimanga. Kuna setting nimeweka. Iko kwa setting ya kila VLC. Sasa mimi nilisahau kuweka loop. Yeah. All right. So you're telling me that there's a lot of ties to Hindu mysticism, and that the antagonist and the deuteragonist have a special bond.
They have a very special bond because when they are young, his name is Sasuke. He witnesses his brother kill his entire clan, including his parents, his big brother. And so that's what awakens his Sharingan, and it has this, it damages him completely. And then
the experience of the awakening.
No, the experience of watching his brother, someone he really looked up to. And his brother was actually a genius at being a ninja. That's why he really looked up to him. But because his bro, who also has his reasons, which are really fleshed out perfectly or amazingly in this. But let me not digress for now. So this bond is usually created because now he's the only left Uchiha that he knows of. And Naruto on this other side, his mom and dad died. They died protecting him, trying to seal. There are 8 what are they called? The fox that you've just seen. I forget the name.
The fox.
No, the fox. The fox. It's a fox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The nine-tailed fox.
Yeah, the nine-tailed fox. Yeah. It's usually sealed in his mom's family. they keep it at bay because when it's released, it can be used to even destroy entire towns. And
so it's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Yeah.
But it's a weapon because the people had never taken time to try and understand it.
Okay.
Now they are called tailed beasts.
Yeah.
And this is they are usually there are 10, and all of them are named as per how many tails they have.
Okay.
There's one tail beast, two, and the more they are, the more powerful it is.
So the more the tails, the more powerful they
yes.
are. Okay.
Now this one is sealed in Naruto. The 9-tailed,
yeah.
It's passed through his mom's family.
Yeah.
And when she was giving birth to him, the 9-tailed beast was started a rampage while they were trying to transfer it to Naruto.
Okay.
Yeah. It was taken by murderer. Is an Uchiha who everybody thought was dead but was still alive.
What's an Uchiha?
Uchiha is that clan of Sasuke, where Sasuke comes from. Yeah, the guys with the Sharingan.
Yes.
Yeah, the eyebrows.
Yeah, I've seen the markings on their forehead.
Yeah. So let me speed run it through it. So now, when he gets that he's bestowed with the 9 tails, Naruto, his parents die protecting him while they seal it.
Yeah.
So he grows up being exiled in society because they see him as the demon or the demon child.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know why people hate him.
Yeah.
He's not told anything about how his parents died or who his parents are.
Yeah.
And his dad was actually the 4th Hokage. Hokage are like presidents.
Okay.
So Naruto and Sasuke are brought together in this school where they have to go and pass to be ninjas in this world.
Yeah.
So and they're complete opposites. Sasuke is the brooding type, keeps to himself.
Yeah.
He's good at everything he tries, even at the first time. And it's usually attributed to their eyes. The Sharingan gives them like a one up on everything.
All right.
They can see, they can learn by just watching someone do something, even a technique.
Yeah.
By just watching it, they can
immediately
master it immediately.
Yeah.
They can control people. That's the genjutsu.
Yeah.
They can get in your head, make you see stuff.
Yeah.
Torture you in your head. It's some crazy shit.
Yeah, right.
So when they are brought into this group of 3 who are supposed to train in the genin as just like a
school
class. Yeah.
Okay.
So they become rivals.
Yeah.
And their rivalry is so strong that it propels them to be better.
Yeah. Sharpens each other.
It sharpens each other. And as they're growing, they live in different there are different cities on this world of theirs.
Yeah.
There are people of the mist, of the water, and they are in the hidden leaf because their place is leafy.
Yeah.
So that's how they're using.
Right.
Just like the last Airbender, the people like that.
Stuff.
So they have wars. But this one is orchestrated by this guy is called Pain. He comes up with a group called Akatsuki. Yeah, because they are out looking for revenge
against the Okage.
The leaf.
Or the leaf people.
The leaf people. Okay. They believe the leaf. And it's this warring where one clan is attacked by another. So in revenge they attack them.
Yeah.
And it continues like that. So everybody's got beef
with everyone.
Or pain.
Yeah.
Everybody's got pain. Even the guy is called Pain. You killed our people.
Yeah.
Na mnataka timu kaya tuko ka town Kenya. Kako tu sawa.
Yeah, in peace.
And I have all this power. He gets a Rinnegan.
Yeah. What's that?
A Rinnegan is the eye with the circles. You've seen it. It's grey.
Yeah.
And it's imbued with so much power. This nigga can teleport. And it amplifies his power. Especially his Shindai Tensei. Which is absolute... repel. This means this nigga can repel anything, and if he repels, let's say the ground,
attack from
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean even matter?
Even matter. He can just say repel the ground, and he levels everything like an earthquake. And he was actually, he's not even there. He had created puppets that can control with his powers.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can destroy the puppet, but no one knew where he was. So as Naruto was fighting this, because Naruto, unlike Sasuke, him getting to learn his power or him growing in who he is, it actually took a lot for him because he wasn't a genius. He barely passed his lessons.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for him, unlike Sasuke, and that really drove him. Because Sasuke knew everything. Everything was easy to him.
Yeah.
And Naruto was this goofball.
Yeah.
nobody took seriously, people didn't even like. But he did not let that dissuade him from trying to get close to people. So everywhere he went, he was always trying to be friendly, help people he met, and the more he kept going and helping people, he imprinted on them. So that was the power that started back when Kaguya, the mother of all the ninjas, she had a son who was perfect in every way, and he had the power of the Sharingan. And if he was told to go do something, he would go do it by himself. He didn't need anyone's help. But this other brother who struggled with learning everything, he would be sent somewhere by his mother, and he would go there, and he would know it's not him, his father, Hagoromo. Let me backtrack that. Kaguya had a son who was called Hagoromo. Now Hagoromo stole his mother's powers, and then he sealed her away by using those powers. Now, because the mom wanted to destroy the planet and use it for chakra to replenish herself. So when he sealed her, he decided to have a normal life. He had a wife and he had 2 sons. Now these are the 2 sons who had the Sharingan, and the other one was given with the power of the will. Which was the son and the other one the crescent. So it's like they were both born in every generation.
There's a repeat of the 2 sons.
The guys with the visual jutsu would always fight against the other side. And it always went on in every generation. So in this one it was Naruto and Sasuke. But now Hagoromo had helped them, and he had told them, because they had to grow in this power. He had told them they will have to face each other, because the only way he could quell Sasuke's anger and pain was for himself to put himself on the line. Because this is now in the progressing of it. He believed it was his responsibility as his friend and his only friend, his closest friend, to do everything he had to do to save his soul. Because Sasuke had decided he was going to destroy everything, the leaf, because he believed they are the ones who used his brother to kill his entire clan. Because his clan had wanted civil war against the leaf. And his bro decided, and he had told them, he didn't want war, because he believed they were all part of the same thing. And this guy had started seeing war since he was 12 years old. He was in their special forces. He was leading their special forces by 14.
Wow.
And these are people who go out there.
Is this him?
No. Let me show you. It's no, that's not him. That's Pain. You see, but this guy was even better than Sasuke. That's how good he was. And he was. It is said, because before he killed his parents, his mom and dad actually said they were proud of him to have ever had a son who had such a gentle heart. He had taken it upon himself to destroy his entire clan so that he could keep his brother safe and protect the entire clan. Because he knew going to war would mean that a lot of people would die. He had seen a lot, and he knew the only way to change it would be to destroy his entire, and he did it.
The clan that wanted the war.
He killed even his mom and dad. It was some gangster shit. But now as they grow and they reach their best, because they reach a time on apart ways. Sasuke is always trying to be better than Naruto. But as Naruto matures and he learns to use his Kyuubi or his tailed beast, they become one. He calls him Kurama. That's his name actually, and they become one. So Kurama always lends him his power to Naruto.
So making him even stronger.
Even more powerful. And now Sasuke also, in his pain or in his quest for power, he awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan. That's like this. Now this is him. That's the big bro. That's like the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's like their ultimate visual jutsu. And to do that, it is said, you either had to kill your best friend or kill the person closest to you. That's how you get it. Or you experience a great pain.
So it was like the soul stone.
Yes.
That to achieve it demanded the life of someone.
It demanded. But the one thing I love about it is how they build up the characters. I think the biggest reason, especially Naruto, is loved by a lot of people, is because as we go through every stage of Naruto's life, because they're shown since he is a child, as he enters, as he starts to train, they do not hold anything back. This is an orphan. Both parents are dead, and he is an outcast in this community because he has that tail beast inside him. So people don't like him. And what would you do if you were a child in that? You would hate everyone right back, right?
Everyone right back, because what do you ever do to anyone?
And he doesn't know. He didn't even understand why it was sealed in him. He wasn't told how his parents died. But even amid all that, he always had a smile on his face. He was always willing to help people who needed help. He was always willing to protect the weak. That was just him. Yeah. A lot of times, especially when in their training, when they train and if they're trying to pass from genin to jonin, they're supposed to compete against each other. Now Naruto used to fail a lot. He failed a lot, like 4 times. And he always laughed whenever he had he called them geniuses, like Sasuke. When they try something and it doesn't go right the right time, but they still made it. And they look so beat up. And then now he knows his power is that if you beat me down, I'll get right back up immediately. Even if you beat me down 50 times.
So he's like Eren Yeager now.
Yes. On steroids.
Yeah, and Ichigo.
He is both of them on steroids.
Yeah.
And his biggest weapon, guess what it is? If he meets a bad guy, the first thing he does is assess this guy. And he's like, dude, what's up, man? Why are you doing all this while they're fighting? That's why they're fighting. Nigga is like, you know that my people don't love me. They always treat me like shit. So I gotta kill some people. And then Naruto is like, you think your life has been hard,
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. No matter what you go through, you gotta be there for your people. I believe in you. So he's getting his ass whooped. He's like, I'm not gonna leave. He nags people into submission. I believe there's good in you, nigga. I believe in you. he always has every bad guy crying. But the like 10 minutes into the fight, niggas are like, you know my mom, she loved me. Then Naruto is like, I got you, bro.
It's like Edward Elric. Edward Elric used to do that, man. He used to talk to people when they're fighting close to death, try to understand them, and sometimes he go through to people.
But now, what's badass about Naruto? If you decide not to listen, you're trying to hurt his friends. Now that doesn't
cross the line.
That doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, and he will bury you. He will bury you to the ground and walk away.
It sounds like a cool scene.
Yeah, but they when he grew up, they kind of changed it because that was they did it in Boruto. Boruto is the new series, which is usually the main protagonist is his son. But he's still heavily featured. But they have nerfed him. They nerfed him a little bit, but it's not so bad because he cannot be as fiery as he was when he was a young man. He's a father.
And it's about his son, the story.
But it's I think, if you ask me, and this is just me, I think it's better than Bleach. That's just me. Would you be willing to watch it? Or from what you just heard?
I'm definitely going to watch it, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. It sounds very interesting.
It's really awesome. Especially the characterization. They usually dig deep, especially into supporting characters. They don't skip over supporting characters, and especially characters like Sasuke who don't feature a lot, but they are so beloved because of their backstory. And whenever they are featured or whenever they show up in the story, it is you can feel it because you understand where this character comes from, but there's so much you don't know. So there's like, why would this guy kill his entire clan? Just for that. The best part is as it continues, the first time we are shown he's a horrible motherfucker who just decided to kill all his people to get a Mangekyo Sharingan. He's a mother, and Sasuke hated him.
So we are all we have is that there's somebody who's selfish.
Yes.
We just want to become powerful and sacrifice his people.
Yes. And Sasuke also knew that. So the only thing that was driving Sasuke
is to get
was
this
to
guy
kill his big bro. That's the only thing that drove it. Now, even when he met his big bro, because they met twice while he was growing up, The only thing his big bro told him was, yo, you're still weak. Break a nigga's hand. How are you going to defeat me when you're this weak? You'll be like, yeah, I killed your parents, nigga. What you gonna do about it?
So he was just driving the wedge.
Sasuke would be there, all crazy and shit, trying to use the new technique he learned. And they go, what the shit is that? Can't defeat me with that. And the beauty about that, because when that was when we saw him do that, we hated him even. Why would he do that? But we did not understand he was sick. And he knew the only way he can pass on his eyes to his brother was if his brother defeated him. And he wanted,
so he was goading him to be strong,
to be as strong as he was. Yeah. And even after the fight, because after he had killed his bro, that's when he was told what really happened by Mother. The murderer told him the truth. He was in a catch-22. He was told, well, this happened while he was in the Anbu. I think he was in his, I think he was 19 or 18 when he killed his entire clan. And there was actually war looming between the Uchihas and the rest of the clans. And he was actually told, yo, bro, because he believed in the village and he believed that was the only place his bro would grow up safe. So he was told, yo, there's nothing you can do. We just have to do this. We just hope you will fight for the right side. And because he was really sensitive, and it's even spoken about. He would actually, and he was really quiet. One was really quiet. He just thought about stuff by himself, did stuff by himself. Not like that. So he really thought about it, especially when his best friend Shisui was, one of his eyes was taken by the leader of the special forces, some dirty nigga. And he gave Sasuke's brother the other one. And he killed himself. Because he knew once he gave him that eye, he would awaken his Mangekyo. And he did. That's actually how he was able to defeat the entire Uchiha clan. But it's so nice, especially to realize he did all that. He took all that pain in order to save
the lives of other people that he didn't even know. So he decided that his own people would be sacrificed.
Yes, for the greater good.
The greater good of everyone.
Yes. And when Sasuke realized that after he had killed his brother and he had sworn to destroy the village and any other people who got in his way, his bro was reincarnated to be used in war. But because of his Mangekyo Sharingan, he had already put contingency plans. So once he was reincarnated, he broke the hold. And he was still fighting for the leaf. Because when he broke the hold, he already started going to look for the guy who created all that. The fourth ninja war. And imagine if you had the power to use ninjutsu and their techniques for spells, and you could be able to reincarnate some of the best fighters this world has ever seen. And you create your army. That's how that war was created. And it was amazing. Because Madara, this is like the coolest scene. And I'll find it for you. Madara going up against 4,000 shinobi by himself. This nigga met with the leaders of all the other cities by himself, and he's like, I'll just sit here and wait for Shirama. I cannot waste my time chilling. And he was right. They were chilled. He was like, psh.
So you put it like that, it sounds quite deep. I think
it's deep. It's very deep.
Let me tell you guys, the one thing that sort of turned me off about Naruto, I met this guy once long ago watching it, and I saw a character coming out, and he had the hair coming out of his back, and
that's just the technique. That is Naruto's teacher.
The hair was
with the white hair,
tangling people, and I was like, "What the hell is this, man?"
That's his technique.
So from back then, I was just like, "This show is stupid."
Wow. Do you know? There's a guy called Mighty Guy. Now, Mighty Guy, and this is a filler character, supporting character. Mighty Guy, this guy. Mighty Guy, that one with the red. He was born with no special abilities. He has no ninjutsu. He only has taijutsu. And he doesn't even have genjutsu. And with taijutsu, they usually believe, especially all shinobi, You cannot be a elite shinobi with just taijutsu.
Oh yeah, it's like I only know one technique.
Yes, they can only fight hand to
hand.
So
while people
they cannot
spells.
Niggas are creating.
They can create things from their minds. Control people.
Yes, niggas are getting into people's minds.
That's just,
so what does he do? What does he do? His dad teaches him the power of youth. His dad tells him, if you want this hard enough, then train for it. You will get it. So this nigga every day is training. Kid is doing 8,000 push-ups a day. Wow. Kid is running 10 kilometers in the morning, 10 kilometers in the evening.
Yeah.
Kid is doing 3,000 sit-ups.
Yeah.
That's him training. He was told, okay, there's nothing special about you.
Yeah.
So what? So
use the only thing you know.
Yes.
Come hand to hand
and be the best at it. Even there, when he turns red, he goes up against murderer. This guy. This is why he fights against 10,000 niggas. And then he goes up against murderer, and murderer declares him the most powerful shinobi he's ever fought.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That's some gangster shit.
Yeah.
Because he unlocks this. Because they train their bodies so much, they can unlock the chakra that's in the body to create massive
energy,
bouts of energy. Even nigga can create a powerful punch by condensing air by how fast he throws it. But it just watching that progression of his life, all the ridicule he got with his dad because both of them didn't have it, all the mockery, and he never looked down. He never looked down on anyone. He didn't get beaten.
This is him, right?
That's him.
Yeah.
This nigga, there's a scene where there's this assassin who comes from the water tribe.
Yeah.
He had been all over everyone. He was trying to get away with some scroll.
Yeah.
And then this nigga showed up. He chased him down some water with his power. And then he beat him down into the water. And then he told him, don't move. And this nigga, he was lying down in the water like this. And then he did this. I think it was by mistake.
Enough to it.
Bruh. He scrambled his insides. Like, bruh, I told you not to move.
Yeah.
Who do you think you're talking to? Bruh.
That's so cool.
If we imagine how many people were unable to get this guy because he was so slippery.
Yeah.
And then the taijutsu master. Look at that. Oh, you guys jumping around, doing signs and shit. Nigga just needs to get hit in the face.
End of the day,
I ended him like that. Don't move.
Fists.
Don't move. It was amazing.
So cool.
This is the guy you saw with the hair.
With the pain.
Yeah. That's not pain. This is pain.
This is pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is Naruto's teacher.
Oh, that's the guy with the hair.
Frogs.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
The frogs are his masters.
Yeah.
And that's which also incorporates his power.
Uh-huh. That's so cool.
Yeah, but this was amazing. This fight, the fourth ninja war, it was the next level. And I haven't even spoken about Kakashi, the copy ninja. He's my favorite character in Naruto. Now this guy, in his technique now, he can copy any technique from even the Uchihas. That's his power. If he sees you do something, he can copy it and incorporate it into his arsenal.
Okay.
But he has such a dark past, it's crazy. His dad killed himself. His best friend was killed by a boulder. He had to kill his other best friend because she has been possessed, and he was still left. And all that happened to him before he turned 15.
Damn.
Even when he grew up, no wife.
I gotta say,
it's amazing.
Just off of what you told me, I don't know. Even I feel convinced that Bleach is sort of PG-13.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. We got people here getting their hearts gouged out.
Yeah, because
this is
what did Ishigo go through? Anyway, that's a story for another day. But I get what you're saying now.
So can you agree at least now that
just from what you're saying, Naruto sounds a much deeper, more interesting anime.
And bro, I've watched both, and the payoff is from Naruto. Especially watching and growing up with these characters, it was amazing. Nearly you can even nearly cry, man.
Yeah.
Especially watching Naruto getting married, because that's how far it goes.
Damn.
From him as a kid to him getting married to him having kids, yet it's continuous. Okay. Two generations.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I think maybe the thing that captured me a lot was that with Bleach, the sword action was fantastic.
It was
so, and then I fell in love with. Funny enough, I'm not a big Ishigo fan.
You're not.
Strangely enough,
I know though.
I'm a Byakuya fan.
Yeah, Byakuya.
I'm a Zaraki fan. Who else am I a fan? Okay, off the top of my head, these are the two of my best characters.
Would have been a
Zaraki, Zaraki
perfectly at home.
Yeah, and I love Zaraki a lot.
And I'll actually find you a character who's exactly like Zaraki.
Like Zaraki in Naruto.
Yeah. Okay. I'll show you in a little bit.
So definitely, I'm watching. Guys, definitely just from the description that he's giving me, you should watch it.
It's amazing.
It'll be fine. I think it'll be
fine. And I've left out so much. That was just a quick run through.
How many episodes does this have?
It's more than 1,000.
More than 1,000.
Yeah. It's fleshed out.
Yeah.
And that's just Naruto Shippuden. We haven't even touched Naruto.
Yeah, we haven't touched his son's arc. Okay. Because now I know with Bleach, the story is actually quite short. In order to get to 366 episodes, we have other arcs that are not part of the canon. We have the what's it called? The Zanpakuto arc. And we have I think we have one or two more arcs that are not canon. We also have the Bound to arc, which I didn't much like.
And there's Memories of No One.
Memories of No One. The movies, and they were not even in the canon.
No, they were not. They and I hated that.
In fact,
I hated that.
Tite Kubo, I think was.
I don't know what happened.
No, I think what happened here is Tite Kubo had one main storyline that he didn't flesh out a lot. So in order to keep the story going, he diverged a bit. Now, in a way, it was a bit more interesting. It was not more interesting, but it was interesting to explore parts, especially like the Zanpakuto arc.
Yeah.
But you see, with the Zanpakuto arc, it got stretched out, and I felt it got stretched out way too much. I don't know how many episodes it was. I think maybe over 40 episodes, something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it was stretched way too much. I think it should have been halved. Because once the Zanpakuto, the main rebellion had been quelled, you had one or two random Zanpakutos running around in the human world. So a bunch of third seats, maybe a vice captain are called to bring it back or maybe neutralize it.
Yeah.
I used to find myself just bored with those episodes.
Do you know they usually do that whenever they need to fill fillers in episodes to get to the climax. And you know in Naruto
was writing, I think,
do you know in Naruto you don't have filler arcs? You rarely feel that.
That's good.
Because the especially the supporting characters are so fleshed out, are so healthy. Their stories are so healthy. That even if the main character, let's say,
if we don't deal with the main character,
they've been decommissioned, let's say they're in hospital, there's still so much going on. There's still so many characters that are tied. Even you yourself, you'll be here about, okay, Naruto is in the hospital. Yo, nigga, but what's happening to Kakashi? Did Kakashi get that Nini? Did he activate his Sharingan again? What happened?
Okay.
It's so amazing that you get so invested. And that's the biggest thing I like about Naruto fans is that more often than not, you rarely find that most of them like the main characters. Most of them usually
like other side characters.
Yeah, and there's so much of it. There are even so many female fans because there are so many strong female characters who are not necessarily strong. You know this.
I know.
Bullshit. No, they don't do that. Even the ladies in this series. You see them, especially Hinata, who ends up being Naruto's wife. Hinata comes from a really rich family, the Hyuga. And they have eyes that can see far. I forget what they're called.
It's all right.
Yeah, but because they are sort of like royalty, because of how rich they are. Everything the dad cares about is that his daughters are perfect.
Yeah,
and because the main family, which belongs to the father, who was a brother, he was the one who came out first, and they're twins. That means that brother is the one who inherits the family name, and his bro is just his helper.
Okay.
In a way.
Yeah.
So his son, his children, all his children,
yeah,
doesn't matter how good they are at their techniques or how strong they
only
are.
the first
they
son.
Still serve
they serve
they serve the first family.
Okay.
And the first brother only has 2 daughters. He has no sons. The second brother has 1 son. And the son is really strong. So now the son is always outdoing the daughter.
Yeah.
Because he knows he can and he's really good.
Yeah.
And so Hinata has usually been told she's not worth it. She's not good enough. She's an embarrassment. So she closed herself in. She became tiny like a mouse. Until one day while she's out playing, she starts getting harassed by some kids. So who shows up? And their children. Naruto in his escapades. Running around looking for fish to eat. He comes in.
That sounds like you.
I think a nigga comes in. Yeah, he's like, yo, you can't do this.
Yeah.
He gets his ass beat. He gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And then there's a scarf which he had, gets torn up. When he wakes up, he finds Hinata there waiting for him to wake up. Hey, like, yo, cowboy the fuck up. Life is not that difficult. Wiping to blood. And then he tells her, yo, no matter what happens, even if people tell you what, you decide what you want to be. No one should ever tell you shit.
Yeah.
And then she was like, who are you? Niggas like, I'm going to be the next Hokage. Like president.
Yeah.
Hey, Hinata was like, the fuck is this? And she fell in love with him.
That's so cool.
From then on.
Yeah.
And from then on, it's like she started following in his footsteps. By this I mean his motivation, his audacity,
like philosophy in life.
And she took up his philosophy completely, and it was so beautiful to watch because Naruto was he really liked this other girl called Sakura. Yeah, but Sakura liked Sasuke because Sasuke is cool. So Naruto was always there. He's like, and now there's Hinata in the background, just like, Mazes, you just noticed me, man. Come on. Chance. So it was beautiful to watch her as she started becoming more like him, more brazen. And she started getting better. Better at even fighting. Because Naruto was also getting better, and she started pushing herself even more. And she didn't see it as a chore anymore. So as she grew up, the way that Naruto finds out that she likes him. There's this guy who's in the moon for some reason. There's a machine, I've forgotten.
Yeah, I saw it.
And he had needed Hinata because of their eyes. Yeah, he needed her power. He needed to bring his people back. I forget, but I think that was it.
Yeah.
And Naruto comes to save him. This is when he's grown. And while he's going through looking for her, it's like he's hit by most of the memories he has had with her, that to him seemed like they were nothing. And now he started to look at them in a whole different light. There was a time they were asked in class, if you are your last seconds on this earth, who would you want to spend them with? Naruto is there fasting with Nini, and then Hinata is there writing Naruto's name. Then he sees it walking through. It's like he's walking through his own life. And then it's like...
But these are memories from Hinata, right?
No, from him. It's like he's walking through his own head. Yeah, seeing all these moments. Because Hinata had started acting funny. Because, Naruto, when he grew up, he had become this hero. Everybody, girls were coming up to him. It's his birthday. Girls are like, what do you want? Guys getting him shit. And Hinata had been knitting a scarf that looked like the one
that had been torn when he was a child.
Yeah, and she was hoping she could give it to him. But Sasa, he hadn't, even then, he hadn't recognized. So Sakura was like, really? Really? You saved the village, but you can't see this?
Yeah.
So now, as he was looking at it, he realized this was the only
one person.
And it was beautiful to see because there was no kissing, nothing. It was just a budding romance that is untainted.
It's beautiful and innocent.
It was just amazing.
Okay, I'm definitely
It's amazing. And people who are getting into anime, I hear a lot of people, especially Africans, I don't know if it happens a lot of people say hizo sasa ni nini unawatch, hizo makatoon. Guys, there is more
to the animation than just It's not just cartoons.
It's not just the cartoons.
It's not just cartoons.
These are actually before they are fictional books that are written extensively, like novels. Actually.
Just the same way as movies are fiction.
But what I like about this, there's an element of especially Japanese culture that has not been tainted by progressive ideologies.
Their message.
That is amazing because they still hold true things like justice, things like dying for a cause, things like friendship, especially friendship. I like how animes like to focus especially on friendships. Yeah. It's really amazing.
Because in Japanese culture, honor is an important thing. Mm-hmm. And one of the ways that we demonstrate honor is through friendships, through being there for one another. Mm-hmm. And coming through and I hate to use the word honor again, but honoring obligations.
Yeah, see? That's true. Yeah.
So if we're talking about that, then friendship is one of the best ways to demonstrate.
That's true. That's true. And I like that they are not scared to tackle taboo topics or hard issues.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might say, how can you see them as serious and it's a cartoon? I would like to believe I look past it. I don't see it as this belongs to children. And best believe, most of these animes are not.
They are not even
not for children.
Yeah.
They are so they
are so mature.
They are really mature. And we'll make a list going down for a list of the best animes for adults, which have adult themes.
Yeah.
That we think a lot of newbies might like to watch, especially men and women.
There are anime that are focused on the kids.
Yeah.
The genres are pretty simple, like
Dragon Ball,
the simple romance things.
Yeah.
They're called shonen. Things like that. There are those, but then there are others that are quite mature. And if you get over the fact that it's an animation, you'll really like the story.
You get and people dubs over subs. No, subs over dubs.
Subs over dubs.
Subs over dubs.
That means do not go for if an anime is made in a particular country, if it's made in Japan, do not go for the English dub version where they're speaking in English voices.
So much gets lost.
It gets lost in translation.
So much.
The English dubbing is terrible.
It's terrible.
You need the authentic voices of the actors of the original country to be able to experience. It's a whole experience.
Right? Evie was telling me while I was watching Fire Force.
Yeah.
She was like, "How can you keep up watching and reading
the subs?"
I was like, I don't even.
Em was like that, and Esther back in the day. But right now,
you just watch.
You get so used to it.
Yeah.
When a scene comes on, I take less than about a second sometimes at most, and I read I've read the subtitles, and now I'm focused on what's happening
on their reaction,
and it's all in my head.
Yeah.
And with time, as you watch these animes, I come to know some of the words. So sometimes when I hear a word, I know what it means or a phrase.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to read the subtitles.
There's no.
Of course, nobody has to get to that level.
You can start.
As you continue watching, you'll find that you can be able to read the subtitles really quick and then move on to the action. And that's how actually these animations are made. They are made. I don't know if it's, but I think it's deliberate. There's some sort of lag as they talk.
Yes.
There's a way that the action doesn't just revolve instantly.
They're out of sync.
Sort of, yeah.
A lot, and to help notice.
To help people who are reading the subtitles be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it works.
If you want to start out, I would say Naruto is a nice. It's actually a perfect anime to start out with because it has everything. Especially and I don't mean for men. I mean for men, women,
everyone,
and kids also. It's safe enough. Yeah, there's there's violence, a lot of violence, but it's not that bad. It's not guts hanging out bad. No.
Yeah,
that's the worst you will see actually.
This part here.
Yeah. Severed limbs, signifying some friendship stuff, which it's actually a really heartfelt scene. If you watch it, it's not as brutal as it looks.
Personally, we know that our kids see a lot of how can I say it? A lot of things that we shouldn't like them. So that's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's really nothing.
And I think it's also interesting to if you have a young, let's say like a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old, you can watch something like this and have a conversation about a mature theme, but the way they see it or the way they see their characters persevere through it will actually teach them more than just fear.
Yeah.
You know, animation like Naruto teaches that you can look past your fear if you really care about the people around you and you believe in them and believe that they have your back too.
Yeah.
And I think watching these characters actually do this in real time, I think it's really good for kids to watch, especially not really young kids. Like
I think I'm talking
11 years is okay.
12, I'd say 12 and above.
12 and above.
Yeah, because that's around the same time when I got into communication. Yeah, and I understood things quite well.
Yeah. And it's quite bloody.
Yeah, it was quite bloody.
It was.
In fact, among the list of animes to start out, especially if you have a child, Rurouni Kenshin is one of the better ones.
That's the samurai.
Yeah,
Samurai
it doesn't have the samurai. What people call it, Samurai
X. It's Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah. It doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have sexuality. There's no nudity.
Actually, that's the best
one
thing.
Of the best ones. Yeah.
The Japanese have really created enough categories for their animes. Yeah, if you want that one that has that,
you can get that.
You can get them,
and there are a lot of them.
There are a lot of them, really.
Yeah. And you can, if you want something that has, and you see that's for mature audiences.
Yeah.
That still has action. That still has gore. You can find that.
Yeah.
If you want an anime that has a lot of action, maybe gore, no sexuality, you'll find it.
They are there.
And they're still good. It's not as though you have to choose from a list of things that are subpar.
No.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, that was our first conversation with Vic about Naruto.
Animes.
Animes. And we'll be getting back to you guys with Bleach. I think we'll check out Bleach a little bit, talk about it a little bit, see where they went right, where they went wrong. The only thing I don't the Naruto Shippuden I can't say anything. I'm sorry.
I'm already sold just from what you've told.
I've been trying to come up with something that I can say they fucked up here. Yeah. Nigga, the action is on
It's
point.
Fantastic.
Characterization on point.
Hey, you better watch that nigga word. He might get cancelled.
You wanna cancel
when you blow up, we're going to check. Did he use the N word? And can a nigga actually use the N word?
Like, he is too light skinned to be saying nigga.
Say no. If Vic said it, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
This guy part white.
I'm a Khoisan, man. Don't call me part white. I come from the desert.
Anyway, guys.
Yo.
That's Kyalo and Vic. That's us signing out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
On to the next one.